Okay. Last week we talked about Jacob meeting Esau. Esau wasn't mad at him anymore. They loved each other. Brothers are good. Jacob did settle in Shechem, which wasn't very far. I don't have the right map up. It wasn't very far from where Esau lived, but it was far enough that they could continue to like each other. I get the feeling if those two brothers had lived too close together, they wouldn't have liked each other after a little while. So they were close enough they could go for holidays, but not close enough to be too close. And all of Jacob's family began to grow up. Now our family, our flannel, good, great flannel. The one that is made to be Joseph is about 13, but Joseph was actually about 17 when this story took place. So this is more accurate. He was a young man. He was Jacob's favorite. One, because he was one of the youngest, second youngest in the family. Two, because he was the oldest son of Rachel, who was Jacob's favorite wife. And I kind of assumed there was a spirit there about Joseph that Jacob just liked. So he was his favorite, and he made Joseph a coat of many colors, or at least our King James Bible translates it, a coat of many colors. Some of the other translations say a coat with long sleeves. A person in a pre-industrial age who had long sleeves would actually not be expected to do a lot of physical labor because the sleeves would get in the way. Whichever it was something Jacob did not get for his older sons. And that right off set there to be a problem between Joseph and his brothers. Then Joseph had a dream. And God speaks to us in dreams sometimes. Sometimes when you have a dream, it's because you ate too much pizza before bed. Sometimes it's just your brain trying to dump out all that information and get rid of it. But sometimes God gives us dreams and speaks to us through dreams. He has spoken to me frequently through dreams. And he gave Joseph a dream. Those dreams have a different character than normal dreams. And he gave Joseph a dream that Joseph knew was a dream from God. And so he told it to his brothers. Joseph was only 17. He did not yet have the wisdom that comes with being older. He told his brothers, we were out in the field and we were harvesting wheat, and you bind them, you take a bit of wheat and you twist it together and you make kind of a rope out of the wheat to make sheaves, and that's easier to pick up, to carry back or to load into a wagon or whatever however you're going to transport it to where you need to thresh it. And he said, my sheaf stood up by itself, and your sheaves stood up and then bowed down to my sheaf. Well, this dream did not endear his brothers to him anymore. They already weren't real fond of him. They said, really? You think we're going to worship you? They didn't understand, one, this dream was from God, and two, that it's a dream, yeah. And it wasn't Joseph saying, I want you to worship me. But that's how they took it, was that he thought he was better than them and that they would worship him. Later he had another dream where the moon and the stars and the sun bowed down and worshiped his star. And he told that one to his brothers, and he told it to his dad, and his dad, yeah, again, he has not learned wisdom yet. Sometimes when God tells you something, it's not because he wants you to tell other people, it's because he wants you to know, and you need to keep it quiet till he tells you to tell other people. Jacob told him, you think your mother and I and your brothers are going to bow down and worship you? But Jacob kind of remembered, held it in his heart. But again, Joseph's brothers were not happy with him, especially the sons of the handmaids. The Bible says they especially didn't like Joseph. the day came that Jacob sent Joseph out to find his brothers. And at that point, Joseph will regret what he has told his brothers, but we're going to wait till next week to go into that part of the story. So let's do our song. He's got the whole world in his hands. 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 He's got the whole